My experiences with guys are, I think it's different from others because I don't have so much dream visions. I have dream visions, but they are so less. I can count them, 4, 5, 6, or 10. Uh, but I have the guys 24 hours with me. I can feel them, I can hear them all the times, 24 hours. When I wake up, I can hear them talking with me, guiding with me, and sometimes they ask me to do some things that are weird, and I just ask them why that, but I do that. I I do what they tell me, and after a while, maybe after a month, 2 months or more, I understand that why they were teaching me like that, why they told me that to do that things or anything. And there is something that bothers me, and I know it's my problem. The thing is that the other people I try to explain to them the guides, the new sand. Some of them they don't listen. Some of them they listen. They practice a little, but they left the way. I don't know why. They attract to the other ways. Well, I don't have any explanation for that. They experience so many things with guys. They don't know what guys are doing for them. Well, removing their karmas, helping them, uh, making their life better. But they don't understand that and they just leave the way. And it's something that bothers me.
Wow, that's really interesting to hear that the guides converse with you audibly rather than through impressions. Those are experiences that I would like to have too. But maybe I'm stone I'm stone deaf, and I cannot hear the real guides talking to me as they are talking to everyone every minute. It is only our inability to hear what they are saying that keeps them uh, away from us. Not away; they are ever near, but in our imagination, since we can't see them, we can't hear them, we think they are very far away from us, and we are struggling uh, uh, to get them into our lives, but they are always there. So it's really interesting to know that they constantly converse with you 24 hours per day. That's really wonderful.
Friends and some of them that I presented you to them, we all have a similar experience. We can sense the guides smiling all the time, 24 hours. Whenever we focus on the guys, we can see them smiling at us. For the beginners, they'll see the bazaar, and for the others that practice more, they can see other guys like Fobiquans, like Shams, and like Light to See, and for some of them, it was unbelievable. They told me that I'm always seeing the guys. For some of them, it was frightening. One of them told me a few days ago that I'm afraid whenever I focus, just a little focus, I can see the guys. I can see the other realms, and I'm seeing the guys with me, and it's writing me. I told her, don't fry, don't afraid. It's okay, and it's good for you that you have the guys. You can sense them all the times, and you should ask them to guide you, to help you, to show you the reality, and help you to get better, help you to grow.
Wow, that's great.
I found that maybe I myself, the real me, have chosen this place to experience these restrictions and to grow with the experience of these restrictions. And I'm not sure about that, but I sometimes I feel that well, I read it in the books that uh, when there are a lot of restrictions, there are hard places. Uh, the person can grow more because the experiences will help him to understand the lives, the nature of the life. And yes, there are a lot of restrictions here, and it's
Yeah,
important
you've just made
that
a point. Just made a point which is very important, that you, the real you, chose that environment to have in order to have some growth. Yeah, and uh, the no man talks about taking risks. The no presentation, or the wonderful worldwide educators are risk takers. They are ready to face the challenges, and so it would appear that the environments in which we find ourselves um, help us uh, to become risk takers. And I think you are actually a risk taker uh, by stepping up, by taking the risk to find out about the new presentation.
Thank you for that. Yes, I love this way. I love the guys because they help me to get through the things that I think I can't. I tried so many ways, not so many, 5 and 6 ways, 5 and 6 other metaphysical ways. And at some point, I can't get through some things, I can get through some obstacles. And then I chose the guides, I chose the new you and start practicing new you. That's not only practicing new you, we must practice new. I think we must practice new and listen to the guides. Some people practice new, but they don't listen to the guides. Guides are talking with us, are guiding us in the real life and in the physical life. Sometimes mm, they make some situations for us to get through some obstacles, some inner obstacles, and we should listen to them and face that situations. We shouldn't learn from them. And if we listen to the guys, we can understand the life much more. We can understand life much faster. But we people, we are used to our safe house, and we don't want to experience some odd things. We are afraid from them. We think mm, uh, we think growing is spiritual growing is just some kind of practice, like singing New You and sleep, and it's just that. I realized that we must listen to the guys too. we see you, we make the connections, and they start teaching us, and we must listen to them. And if we listen to them, we can grow so faster. We can evolve so faster.
That's a great revelation. And can you tell me a bit more of how to listen to the guides? How to listen? Do you just screen your ear to listen to them, or how? What is your modus operandi of listening to the guides?
Well, sometimes I just know that uh, in the beginning it was less, but the more I come into this way, the more I realize that so many of the experiences that I'm facing in the life are planned by the guides to help me. And I just noticed that. I just get that. I'm in the experiences and I just get that there are guides. They're planning to help me through these experiences. And I think every new students can do that if they just be more aware, if they know that the guides are always with them, not only in the dreams. I realized that the guides are always with the new students. They are always with the new students in the other realms. So if they are always with the new student, the new student can always contact with them, can always speak with them, ask help from them, ask guidance from them. And yes, in the experiences, I just got that they are guides. And my friends can too.
Okay. Yeah, so I get it now. So you just assume the position that you just put yourself in that state of mind that the guides are with you every moment, and that anything that is happening around you, anything that is comes into your life has been foreplanned, so you don't need to resist it, because it has been decided by life. And in that way, if you have this kind of thoughts, it means you are aligned to the will of life, and you are not resisting the guides. You are not resisting what life has decided. In fact, you are living in the ease, practically, by that by your actions, as I can see.
Uh, I have experiences with these guides in the dreams, in the day life. Uh, you know, uh, I experienced that there are always one guys with the new students. It means that I don't know why, I don't know the reason, but I can feel one of the guys always, and sometimes they change. Uh, and I feel the Shams Tabrizi and the Maulana Rumi. Uh, they are very great guides.
It's really, you have a great real life experiences. That's good.
Yes, the more you listen to the guys, the more you can contact them, you can hear them. That's the point.
Mhm. Great.
For me, it was like that. And at some time, You don't, you are not restricted to only dreams. You have the guides with you in the real life, in the physical life. For some people, they can hear them. Some people, they can sense them. Some people, some clairvoyance people, they can see them all the times. I feel anyone can do that. If they listen to the guys, they do the new you, and they spend time for that, for themselves.
Yes, I recall one instance when that I heard. I think it was the voice of a real guide while walking along the road, while walking on the street. I was very quiet. I was to go on a very long journey, over 2,000 kilometers, from the south of China to the north of China. And I had packed my bag, readied everything, and then I was just going to get some extra few things to use on the way, and I thought everything had been readied, but the thing that was actually taking me to Beijing was not packed at all. I had left it in another bag, and I was to go without taking it, which means that my journey would have been useless, a waste of time and money. And so as I was walking along the road to go to the supermarket, which is just some couple of hundred of meters from where I live. So I just heard a voice ask me, "What about the receipt?" So I was startled. I looked around, nobody, but I heard a voice ask me, "What about the receipt?" So my heart beat so fast. I said, "Hey, I have not taken the receipt. I have not put it in my bag, and that is what is taking me to Beijing." So when I bought what I wanted to buy, I came back and immediately went to the other bag and I took that document and put in my traveling case. In fact, without that voice, I would have made a useless trip of over 2,000 kilometers to and from Beijing, altogether 4,000 kilometers for nothing. But the real guides, they saved me with that voice. So it's true that we can listen. The real guides talk to us, even in the physical life. That's the one instant that I heard the real guides just ask me, "What about this?" And I was walking alone on the road. I looked around. I was really startled. What voice is this? So when I went back, and behold, I had forgotten it completely. And if I bought what I was to buy, I was to come back and just check out, take my traveling case, because I was working. I was to be at a certain point at a certain time to catch the bus. So that was my last action, to go and buy that stuff. I thought everything was ready, and in the next 30 to 45 minutes, I was going to start moving. So you see what you said about the real guides not only being with us on they are omnipresent in our lives. So they are not like at arm's length. They are with us every moment of the day. So I thank you very much for rekindling this topic, making me even remember that a real guide helped me in broad daylight. I overlooked it. I didn't think you. I think this is my first time to share it, and it's because of our conversation. So I thank you very much for acting as the impetus to this talk.
Thank you, everybody. So while we're here, we're having fun with the world. See if they're paying attention. And yes, thank you all for sharing. It's all very, very important. Yes, thank you so much. And see you kids tomorrow on the UK show. Yes, thank Kelsey for doing all this and setting this up. Thank you, Charles. We'll see you next time. It's always Saturday, Charles.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, everyone.